Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about ranked coming to Warzone. We're really going to talk about Caldera ranked, not really any type of Rebirth or Resurgence ranked. And that's pretty much the Rebirth side is a smaller game mode, and it wasn't intended to be as popular as it is now. Caldera was always supposed to be the main game and just so much more better than all the other game modes. But it's just that Caldera wasn't as great, and a lot of people really don't like it compared to Rebirth, to the point where Rebirth has gotten so huge. So they are going to have ranked Caldera that we are going to see in this video. I'm going to kind of like watch this and give more specific details. So if you guys want to watch the rank coming to Warzone video, it's Jay guys right here. It was 11 days ago. But yeah, I'm going to get into it right here.
Warzone ranked, and this is something that I've heard about quite a few months ago, but now it's officially been leaked. So
yeah, tweet right here. Ranked mode for current Warzone has come before Modern Warfare 2 releases. Will not be a full-fledged rank mode, but will be the blueprint they will use into Warzone 2. So it looks like Warzone 2 is going to have completely that ranked system that really makes this game a lot different than other games like Apex Legends. I've always loved, playing Apex. I was never amazing to the point where these pros are amazing at Apex now, the people who play at the top tier level Apex, but I was really good at Apex myself, and I really did enjoy playing ranked and trying to get to the next rank over and over and over. I had something to grind for. In Rebirth and Warzone, there's not really anything to grind for. You can play maybe tournaments or just try to get better that way, but for the people to try to flex that they're better than others, they try to get higher PRs, screenshot it, and just say, oh, I dropped 30 bombs, 40 bombs, my PR is this, I'm so good at the game. But for ranked, it's different because it's like, okay, well, you can have like a really good game, but that was a bot lobby. Here, I'm playing against multiple pros over and over and over. I'm playing against better players, and I'm performing at my top tier potential way better than those other players. So yeah, that rank system is really going to give, it's going to make the game less dead than it has been recently, because if there's all these updates coming out, people are like, all right, yeah, I'm kind of getting, used to the game, getting bored of the new things. It's like I don't really have anything to grind for. I really don't. But the rank system has something to grind for. It has like that whole ranking system, and that's really going to be really good for the community to help it stay strong, to help more people enjoy the game. And me myself too, it has been like I've been taking a little bit of a break from this game. I haven't been streaming as much. You can see I haven't been posting gameplays, even though I got some gameplays, got a 34, 28. If I played like 8 hours a day like I used to, I still would have been able to get at least 230s every single day. But I haven't been playing the game much at all, just because it's extremely repetitive, and it's just over and over and over. Every single thing I'm chasing is just, okay, get a better PR. Once I get that better PR, all right, you got a nice PR, now get a better one. I feel like it's not a fair system of just proving that you're great at the game. And even if I'm amazing at the game, I can still have a lower PR than somebody who's not as good as me, but he just got, a worse lobby and more people running in his direction. So I just feel like it's really not fair, but this rank system is going to be really good.
I think more people can kind of talk about it, theory craft, how it will actually work, because I think there's several elements where it'll actually help the game as a whole. Even though if we look at right here, Ghost of Hope tweeted, ranked mode for current Warzone is coming before the Modern Warfare 2 release. Obviously the release is in October. They'll probably...
So if the release is in October, then maybe we're going to see it in like a month or two, hopefully less. That would be pretty cool. But again, it's Caldera. It's not really for Fortune's Keep or Rebirth. It looks like it's going to be for testing purposes, so it's not going to be like super huge. I want to like try it out and play it. It is Caldera, so obviously I'm not equipped for Caldera. I don't play Caldera. Caldera is a lot more boring to me compared to Rebirth, because Rebirth is just non-stop action, jump in, get ground loot and all that stuff. Caldera is more of searching for people, knowing where the most people are going to be at. UAVs are more important because people are so much more spread out and stuff like that. So it is a higher skill ceiling compared to Fortune's Keep and Rebirth. But let me know in the comments if you guys really want to see me make videos on that, or just like try it out, and not just really do it over and over and over. Because I know most of the people who watch me for Rebirth. They don't watch me for Caldera or any other of those gameplays, because Rebirth has its own specific feel to it that's amazing.
We do it for the beta, so we're talking about maybe September, August. So we only have like 2 months, so it should be coming around the corner very quickly. Will not be a full-fledged ranked mode, but it will be a blueprint they're going to use for Warzone 2. And kind of what that means, it'll be temporary. We'll probably have it for a couple months. And then once Warzone 2 officially launches, they'll get rid of the rank, stop supporting that, and then we'll use a new iteration of it, improving and what they learned from the data they were able to pull from the first Warzone rank. Will be released on current Warzone for testing purposes, Caldera only. It doesn't look like it'll be released for Fortune's Keep or Rebirth.
So that was the original tweet. I guess throughout this video, he's kind of given his opinions of what he thinks about it. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there just to see what it is, but I don't want to just watch this entire video straight up of how it is.
The other part is there'll be LAN events where people can kind of come out, meet, interact with like-minded people that enjoy Call of Duty, which kind of right now we only have that for the CDL, which is cool, but there's not a lot of people that are really hyped about Vanguard.
That makes perfect sense. So I think what he's trying to say too is that if you're really high up on the leaderboard, then you can get invited to more LAN tournaments or just really good tournaments. It reminds me of Fortnite too, because Fortnite, they always have these cups or these tournaments that anybody can enter, and if you enter and perform extremely well in them, then you get your name recognized, you get noticed, and you can compete for a lot of money or just get your name up there just by playing the game. You're just playing the game. You don't got to go network and do all these other extra things that you have to do right now for Call of Duty, because there's no type of ranked system or competitive system. So that makes perfect sense.
But a ranked mode gives you something to grind for on a regular basis as you go ahead and move up the rankings. You have several games where people play ranked significantly longer periods of time. They move from bronze to silver. They stick at silver for a couple seasons, and they move up to gold, and they move up to platinum, then diamond, then masters, then Apex Predator, at least in that particular case. And you would experience those same things, and there would be a distribution of players, and you'd be able to improve on where you feel like you're struggling, and you can go ahead and move up those rankings. And it's not like an artificial engagement where it's like you need 100 long shot kills with an SMG. That's just like dumb, tedious. You're not really getting much out of it. It's not fun for you or the people you're playing against, versus something like this where it's like, I am actively trying to get better. What did I do wrong? How can...
On top of what he's saying too, there's a lot of people who think they're amazing at the game. They can just destroy people on lower lobbies, but then when they verse somebody who's actually good, they just get completely annihilated. And the whole system of just having a bronze, silver, gold tier, it kind of shows you what your level or placement is compared to all these players playing in this entire world. And that's also with the skill-based matchmaking too, right? You can be horrible at the game, but you can just be like, oh, skill-based matchmaking is just putting people with my skill level, so I'm amazing at the game, I'm a top tier player, and I'm just getting double teamed by people who are playing exactly like me. But if you're playing, you know, in this type of bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or whatever, and you're only like a silver or a low gold tier, then you can kind of feel like, okay, I'm doing something wrong, preventing me to getting to the next level, and you can try to figure out what is that problem. Because me, myself, I think I'm an amazing player. I think I get a lot of 30 bombs, I have a lot of game awareness, I know what I'm doing, and a lot of fights, but there isn't really a system to where I can compare myself to other pro players. I don't know if I'm a bronze player, well, I don't think I'm a bronze player, or a silver player, a gold player, a platinum player, an Apex Predator. I don't know if I can compare myself to any of those categories because I don't have that type of thing to grind for. I just have, okay, your PR is 41, that's great, but all these other people have other PRs. Gorb has like 50 something PR, Knight has 50 something PR, or these other people have 40 something PRs. So you can kind of compare yourself to that level, who dropped the biggest bomb, but at the same time, people can also exploit certain things to be able to get those bot lobbies a lot easier than people who don't have that at all. So it's really not a good comparison, but hopefully, you know, this rank system can be that great comparison.
Can I learn from my mistakes, and you can actively become a better player. Then on top of that, once we actually get the mode, there's going to be potential rule changes that they try out. I think they've experimented with Iron Trials. Maybe some of those rules will take effect. Maybe there will be specific rules to ranked, the same way we've seen with like Fortnite, where you get Siphon. If you kill a player, it automatically restores some of your health. And they even have a thing called Storm Surge in Fortnite, where if you haven't done enough damage far enough into the match, you will be required to do more damage, or you will start to take damage. At least
that is pretty interesting. I wasn't even thinking about like that, those type of skilled rules in the middle of a game, but I was thinking about how kind of Apex has it, or Apex has, okay, as soon as you start the match, you know, you're gonna lose this much points, ranked points, and then you got to get enough kills, you got to get a placement in order to get those points to advance to the next level. So it doesn't rely too much of, okay, my teammates are garbage, you know, and I have to do this on my own. You can still do it on your own by placing yourself right, getting kills for yourself. So if you get a lot of kills and your teammates aren't getting any kills at all, you're still having that progression while your teammates aren't going to get that progression. And on top of that, I don't know if they'll have a system where like Apex has, where as soon as you get into a match, your teammate, I don't know, they have to go for some reason, maybe family emergency or something, and then they have to leave the game and they disconnect, and you're like, oh, we're down a player, like how is this fair against other people? So then they kind of like cut that off and say, okay, this match doesn't count unless you get some points where you can advance, but you will never go down on the scale because of somebody else disconnecting. So hopefully they do have rules like that, and it can make the game a lot more fun, a lot more competitive, to the point where you can have some type of thing to showcase for yourself. But that is really what my thoughts are on the rank system coming to Warzone. I hope it's going to be amazing. Again, it's going to be like a testing stage for Caldera, which is going to come out pretty soon. But for Warzone 2, whatever it's going to be, don't think they're going to have any type of rebirth even for Warzone 2 ranked system. But just seeing this whole system come alive is really gonna bring something new to Warzone, and hopefully it's gonna make it better. Hopefully it's not gonna be something horrible that we're all gonna hate, but hopefully it is gonna be something that we can enjoy, and it can help people get competitive, I guess, status, instead of just being like, okay, my PR is this in the game.